What's up, everybody? It's already Tuesday night. Y'all believe that? And so I've talked about this show and talked about it for weeks on end. And y'all believe we're already here. So look at this awesome looking panel we got up here. Y'all know anybody up in on the screen? So got a bunch of hoodlums or yahoos, as I call them, a bunch of yahoos up here. So we got the guy in the middle. I don't know if y'all know him. He got a little bitty channel on YouTube and a few people. He has a little bitty channel and a little bitty RV. And so some of y'all may know him. I don't know, but Traveling Robert is here. The mega.
Hello,
YouTube
everybody. Glad to be
sensation.
here. Thank you for having me.
The new Winnebago. What do you call it? Not ambassador.
This is the second. This is Minitini too. It's a short story. We were at one of these RV parks in Florida, and everybody's with the huge fifth wheels and diesel pushers, and we're parked right in between all of them. So we look really teeny, and Mini is the name of the RV. So let's call it Minitini. That was 6 years ago, like on our maiden voyage, and it stuck. So yeah. And now this one is Minitini 2, which is the second one.
And for those who don't know, he talked about the RV he had so long that Winnebago contacted him, and now he has one on loan, a brand new one. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. But look, we done got 34 people in the house already.
Yes.
All right.
Appreciate all you guys coming. And Traveling Robert over here, did nobody come? I mean, he's used to having like 500 and 600 people, guys. I'm just kidding. He's like, well, I didn't know I was coming on this little bitty show that nobody likes and all that. But no.
Hey man, I started with 20, 30, and 40 people at the beginning. I used to do my live stream in my lunch break at work. So I talked to people like for 20, 30 minutes. And those were my first live streams back in the day.
Man, that's amazing. We got some people in here that's been with you probably nearly as long as you've been on YouTube, and that's Sue from Lucky Dog Productions.
Oh yes, absolutely. A long time ago. Yes, she's one of the first ones. And I see a few of the RV DJs here, RV Weekends.
Yeah.
And Lucky Dog Productions too. Yeah, she's here. I see her. I'm still getting used to this. What's it called? The StreamYard system. Which is very nice. Actually, you guys have the intro and everything. I have to work on that on my channel.
You do your lives during your lunchtime. Gary still does it from the closet. So.
Oh yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Hey,
we haven't let him get out of the closet yet.
I knew Robert wouldn't mind because he knew he knows how it is. You work from what you got, don't you? We've been downsizing our home and trying to sell our home, and so I had a big setup in our bedroom. And so when we started getting our house ready to sell, my wife moved me to the closet.
Yeah. I bet you have much better acoustics in there than in the bigger room. With all those clothes behind you, it's just like a recording studio.
Now, to be honest, Robert, we would rather hear you sing than Gary. So
all they ever want me to do is twerk. I ain't figured that out yet.
I don't want you to do that.
No, I don't either. So.
Oh man, I seen somebody gave us a super chat.
Kyle,
I got to go back and catch it. Was that Kyle?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm done missing.
now RV by the Air Force guy just gave you one too.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for the super chat. I appreciate that. RV reviews by the Air Force guy and K&R Destinations. I appreciate that. So Shalane from Grassroots Living is in here, and they just went off. We appreciate all y'all guys being in here. So I've told this bunch ever since I announced that you were going to be on my show about one of the most memorable videos. I followed your channel a lot under my personal name before I had my own channel. And as I told you before we started, I'm a big coffee drinker. Thankfully, I got a lot of good people in here. I don't even buy my own coffee anymore. They send me so much coffee. I have plenty of coffee. But anyway, I tell them all the time, I said, I'll drink about any coffee. Just about any. I got some people in here want me to drink poop coffee from some monkey. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not drinking that. And I said, and Traveling Robert drinks coffee from a shot glass. I don't know if I'm about that. Tell me about this shot glass coffee. Or is it really coffee?
You know, it is. It is. It's this stuff. This is what I drink usually. And it's a very sweet, strong espresso. That's all there is to it, really. But it's I make it as strong as possible, and then put sugar in it, and it keeps me awake. In fact, I should have had one before I started talking to you. I'm sorry.
I have one of the channels sent me some Death Wish coffee, and I fell in love with it. Have you ever had Death Wish coffee?
No, I haven't. I have not. No.
It claims to be the world's strongest. It didn't do nothing for me, but now they say that my body is immune to caffeine, I reckon. I don't know, but
I'm gonna look it up, because with the amount of coffee that I drink, I could use something like that.
Yeah. I'm always looking for that, just a little bit more of an edge, I think, because I've drunk so much. But so what got you to doing YouTube? I mean, you live in God's country down there in Florida, and you got everything going for you. Why would you want to take away from all that beautiful scenery when you're out camping to do YouTube?
Man, it's all flat. I like mountains and waterfalls, and you always want what you don't have, right? And our biggest mountain in South Florida is a landfill. We call it Mount Trashmore, and you don't get to see any hills until you get to like Orlando. So right now I'm in Missouri, and it's beautiful out here. And I've been on the road for 2 months. I'm kind of ready to go back home, to be honest. And now that it's starting to get cooler, and hopefully I could do some camping in Florida later in the year.
So, did you have somebody to influence you to get started doing YouTube, or did you? Was you already watching YouTube and think, I can do that?
Well, I was doing videos before there.
We might have lost him.
I lost Did you guys lose me for a second on the internet there? Yeah.
Yeah, we lost you for a second. Yeah. We got you back now.
Yeah, for being in a major metropolitan area here, I'm in the Kansas City area. The internet at this place, I got no AT&T, no Verizon. I'm on campground Wi-Fi actually. So, but where was I?
So what?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's that's what I wanted to do. I've had been doing it offline for a long time, and I actually went to college a little bit for TV production, so I always liked that stuff. And then when YouTube came out in 2006 or 2007, I started, I'm also a musician, so I started uploading videos of us playing in the band and all that. But I also like to travel, so eventually I started uploading travel videos too, and those had no copyright issues, as like the covers, the music that we were playing did, and it was more fun, and people started liking them more and commenting and all that. So little by little I shifted, and then I think it was 2011 I created a second channel just for travel, and that's the one that I now Traveling Robert. So next year we're gonna be 10 years with the channel.
10 years.
Wow, 10 years.
Man, that's amazing. Thanks, Linda R, for the super chat. I appreciate that. That's not a bad average. You're at about 150,000 subscribers, so that's about 15,000 a year. Not bad.
We're getting there, and it's think almost doubling every year. You know, for many years I was at 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, and it wasn't until like 4 years ago that I was like in 30,000 around there, and I said this thing is going somewhere. So I decided that's when I decided to quit my job, and you know, I'm staying at 100% because you know consistency. Like you guys, you do a video daily, pretty much, and you have to do at least one video per week. You know, if you want to, like, the YouTube algorithm to remember you. So I
Yeah.
decided to try. You know, at the time it was a risk. I wasn't making much money at the time, but it worked out, luckily.
So,
Aaron Jimerson had a question.
yeah, Aaron Jimerson wants to know what the adult beverage of the night is.
Oh well, you know that's it's a tradition. You know, I do my live streams on Friday, and I always have a local. I try to do a local beer, and this one was recommended by a viewer from here from the Kansas City area. It's called Space Camper Cosmic IPA.
Yeah.
It's from Boulevard Breweries from
Boulevard
right here
Brewery, yeah.
from Kansas City. Very nice, very good.
Jerry Holly is right within miles of where you are. Jerry Holly lives where you're at.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
About 30 miles south of Kansas City,
Cool.
Missouri, right on the Kansas line. Yeah, just right over in Kansas.
Oh, right. I'm on the other side of the city, more or less, on the Missouri side.
Yeah.
I think what Jane Catney, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm trying not to miss any, but
Hey, Aaron had another question there too about any advice he could give on starting YouTube. I don't know if you saw that or not.
yeah, Aaron Jimison's asking what kind of advice would you give somebody starting in YouTube?
After all this time, I think besides putting out good quality content, thumbnails. These days, thumbnails is the number one thing you have to think about, because most of your views are going to be from non-subscribers at some point. And those videos that people see on the right hand side, and if your thumbnail is prettier than the one next to it, they're going to click on you. That's my main attention. Just consistency puts at least once a week you have to do a video.
Yeah.
And and also don't try to do travel with Rick Steves, something too general. You have to narrow down the niche to something that at the beginning is going to be a very narrow few people that like it, but eventually that's where you branch out. I mean, my experience, when I was doing regular travel videos, like us flying to Paris, there's 10,000 videos about Paris on the internet. So you have to try to do something unique.
Yeah.
So I'm this guy. I'm this guy, immigrant with a small.
A Missouri campsite Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you lost me again.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm sorry. Where did I left off?
So you was talking about you had to be unique.
With your thumbnail.
Yeah, that's the thing. And we all have our little niches and our little uniquenesses. You look at all the YouTube channels, and everybody has chooses like a different little angle. I'm the immigrant guy towing with an old Kia at the beginning. I'm the small trailer traveling first of all Florida, and I focused on the Florida Keys, and people really liked that. That's what really started launching the channel a lot more. And for me, the Florida Keys was like my backyard. Miami, we're an hour from Key Largo. So we did that a lot at the beginning, but I always wanted to travel to the West. Eventually, I branched out into the places that I really wanted to see.
I liked when I started watching you. What drew me to you was you didn't always know the answers, and you would tell us. Like you would be somewhere and you'd be like, "Well, I don't really know what that means, but I'm sure it's something special." That was the kind of remark that drew me to your channel. You didn't act like you knew something that you didn't. And That's something you don't see much anymore. Usually people will fake it,
Yeah.
and that's no good to me. I want real. That's why I watch YouTube.
Mhm. And so when you see someone who is rehearsed, you eventually you notice that what is rehearsed and what comes up natural, and I try to keep it as still as natural as possible, and try to find out as I go to different places, like, what it's all about. And then there's a
Thanks, Linda.
Google
Thanks, Linda
if I don't
Barker,
know
for the
something.
super chat. I appreciate that. What?
Had
And
a question from Kyle there, right underneath Linda.
So I don't know if he would want to answer that. How long are you going to be in this area? I guess is the question. Are
Well,
you
as
headed?
you
Are you
know,
headed
when I
south
travel,
Florida?
I'm slowly heading back to Miami. I've been on the road for 2 months, and as you probably know, I travel pretty fast. Fast paced, because
Yeah.
since I'm by myself, my mom is in Miami. My wife, she just flew back from Kansas City International. So right now I'm gonna go back to the mothership for a couple of days to Winnebago. They invited me to go. They're doing like a mini RV show there at Winnebago Towables, and
You'll
that's
be
gonna be
the
next
rock
week.
star.
And and then I don't know. I might go into Ohio and West Virginia a little bit, but I don't know. I'm kind of ready to go home, to be honest.
Well, the good thing is the good thing and the bad thing is you are doing your job, so you ain't got to rush home to a job because this is your job. But that may also
Yeah,
be
this
the
is my
bad thing. Does it become a job after a while and you say, I'm sick of this?
it's always been a job, but it's a job that I don't mind doing. To me, it's what I did as a hobby before that became a job. So yeah, some days, I'll be honest, some days it can be a little overwhelming, with too many things. But for the most part, it's I try to strike that, like they used to say in the corporate world, that work-life balance as good as possible. And so
Yeah.
that doesn't always work, but I try.
Yeah.
I'm
And
assuming
every couple
someday.
every couple of days, I take like today, like I'm taking 2 or 3 work days here in this area. I thought I was gonna have awesome internet. I don't. And
Right.
to finish like Sunday's video is still halfway edited, so and that's what I do. Every week, or every other week, I take a few work days where I take care of things.
So Sue at Lucky Dog Productions said to tell you hi.
Hi, Sue. I'm
And
looking at the chat, but I'm not really looking at the chat.
that
So
Felix and Nettie and Jury, they watch the chat for me because I can't see it. I get concentrated on talking. And so they throw in the private chat all the messages. So you can see the private chat too. At the top, if you click private,
oh, I see. I was
you can
looking at the. Okay, yeah, I see it.
you can see when Felix and Nettie and Jury they'll throw them up there. And
Yeah.
that'll only one that can see that chat is us. And so they'll throw up questions that
That's
they
cool.
catch in the chat, so we don't have to look for them. So
I don't throw him up there. I usually just interrupt him and tell him.
Yeah.
I see we got a couple of. I see. We have a couple of questions here in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lucky Dog Productions. Sue says, "Tell Illy we say hello." Illy is my wife, by the way. So she's watching. She's watching back in Miami.
So you got to experience the KCI International Road Construction Project. Did you get to take your wife to the airport?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. What's up with all these traffic circles? It's yeah.
They're making it.
It doesn't feel like. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear.
They're making it a one terminal. It used to be 3 terminal airport, A, B, or C.
Okay.
Now they're making it a one terminal, but it's a mess up there right now. I feel sorry for you if you had to drive up there and that.
I did. I didn't. I got lost the first, and I did get lost a little bit the first time, but we figured it out.
That's good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a huge airport like Atlanta. Atlanta, for example, is confusing, But
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah.
with all the construction, it makes it yeah. Lately, since my wife flies so much to spend time with me on the road, I've gotten to know quite a few airports around the country. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty
I
cool.
love how y'all do that.
Yeah,
While you're out traveling and filming, she'll fly in and see you. And I love that y'all still make family a priority.
yeah. She still does have the 9 to 5, so she'll take a week or two vacation, and that's how we've done it. It's I'll
So,
drive 2 weeks out west, and then she flies. Yeah.
so are you about to get the new mini teeny customized?
Well, I think this one I've customized it as much as Winnipeg was going to let me customize it. I've added hooks and certain things. You should see my up here at the computer with two monitors but I wanted to get rid of the dinette and do something else, but we'll see because I don't know exactly when I'm gonna have to give this one back to Vegas. But yeah, it's
I guess
they
it
they
depends on how
they
many
did
of
a
them
couple
you
of
sell.
yeah. I think I've sold quite a few of them already, but I think I'm gonna sell the old one. I've been having that sentimental value, for me, the first trailer, and I have all those stickers in the back. But eventually, it's not gonna make any sense to having two trailers. I don't have room for both. So, and
I
eventually, I might
noticed,
want to move to a motorized.
yeah. Depends on how long your deal with Winnebago goes, right?
It's supposed to be an ongoing deal, and every year I get a new trailer, a different trailer. That was the plan. I'm gonna talk to them and see because the plan for this year was to go to Alaska. That didn't
Ooh.
happen, of course, because of COVID. So I'm gonna see if I can keep it a little longer. So next year I can take it to Alaska. But we'll see.
Well, they couldn't have picked a better person to represent their brand. I think you're an awesome ambassador for any brand because I think you're honest and you're real. You're nothing we don't see as fake, and I think real people is a hit on YouTube.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's
I
you gotta be real. People will see through you if you start, mm, you know, uh, you're rehearsing things and saying different things that are not true. So I'm sorry. I just got distracted a little bit here. Yeah,
so
but
what is your wife planning on retiring and going full time with you soon?
I don't think I don't think full timing is going to be in our future. I do want to get a home base somewhere away from Miami, somewhere more quiet. But no, the thing is we really like the idea of having a small RV. Maybe eventually we'll get something slightly bigger, but not much bigger than this. And if you really want to have your entire life with you on wheels, you would need something bigger. And I just don't see
Yeah,
myself towing a hauler or driving a diesel pusher. I don't. What do you guys
I
have?
know. I know. I've been watching your videos, and you've been looking at maybe buying you a base camp, a piece of property.
Yes, that's in the plans. In fact, the ideal would be to buy one, more than one. Inexpensive. It doesn't have to be an expensive or large property, but have something in Georgia, something in Arizona, maybe something in Idaho. You know, that would be like the ideal plan because that way you can follow the seasons, and if we get another pandemic, you can stay at your home base. Uh,
Yeah.
for it's yours. You're not at the
Hmm.
mercy of an RV park that might kick you out and
Right.
or having to move. They even closed the BLM. They beat some of the BLM lands during the
Hmm.
during the lockdown. So you know,
Now, Gary, he asked what kind of rigs do all of us have? So
yeah,
you're
yeah. And I wanted to know.
Mhm.
So is that what he? Okay. So
Yeah,
I
that's what he asked.
yeah I got a 27.5-foot work and play toy hauler, or we have one. Not I. We have one. This is Tammy. This is my boss lady.
Hi, Tammy.
My wife. She had to come in and see the superstar. So Nettie,
I saw her earlier today.
So Nettie down below me, she has the Taj Mahal of RVs. She has a 55-foot Class A diesel pusher. No, what is it you have, Nettie?
It's a 40-foot diesel pusher. That's what we have.
Yeah.
Class A. Mm-hmm.
And so
I have
Felix,
31-foot Class C.
And we have a 6x10 converted cargo trailer.
Okay. Yes. Yes, I think I saw one of your videos. Yeah.
They had the cargo
that's
logo.
even smaller, that's even smaller than this. So yeah, I have respect for that because I don't think I could go that small. But at some point in the future, I would have to convince my wife. But at some point in the future, if you know, if I want to like really slow down, you know, I'm talking about 20 years from now, if I last that long, maybe a class A or a nice, you know, reliable diesel pusher. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind driving one of those. So a smart car or something.
Yeah.
so is there any Winnebago owners in the chat? That might be cool. Robert might like to know if there's any Winnebago owners in the chat. Any kind of Winnebago's in the chat. Tell us what you got. So we got 56.
I bet you there's got to be at least one, right? I think Winnebago is
I
like
don't know
nowadays.
One, being real honest, I don't know one.
And Gary, there is
You
some
what?
more questions we put in the private chat as well. I don't know if you're seeing them for Robert.
Yeah, I'm seeing them here. I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing them.
If you're in Fort Myers, Florida, what to go to, Robert?
Oh man, it depends. In Fort Myers, Florida, the beaches are great.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I was going to say. It's the beach.
The beach. Go to stay at Red Coconut RV Park. Get one of those waterfront sites, but there's a bunch of stuff to do down there in Fort Myers. I haven't spent all that much time. There's also Cape Coral and I love that it's this little island. This between Cape Coral and the larger Pine Island is Lachey. And to me, that's like my happy place, like my little piece of paradise when I go there. You know, it kind of looks like the Florida Keys, all these colorful shops, and the food is great, and people are nice. So, and that's just northwest.
There was also a question in the chat asking Robert if he ever goes boondock camping.
Mm-hmm.
I really like boondocking, especially when the weather, you know, calls for it. Which in Florida, there's not all that much boondocking, and it's always hot, so not really boondocking all that much. But I love the idea of staying off grid, you know, like you know, with your own resources, you know, and 3-4 days. I'm not talking about 10 days boondocking. You know, I like to take my shower every morning, but 3 or 4 days boondocking, and then, you know, go to a place with hookups for a couple of days, and then I boondocking for another 2 or 3 or 4 days. That's probably going to be the rest of my trip, actually, after I see Winnebago on my way south. But yeah, and in January I want to go back to Quartzsite this January at some point.
Yay! I'll be there.
I just love it out there. And you know, the community, so many people. So I've met so many people in Quartzsite. Yeah.
We have a lot of people in our little community going to be at Quartzsite this year. Nettie's going to be there. Felix may be there.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna be there a little late for the season. I'm probably not gonna be there for the big tent. I'm just gonna be there like right after the big tent. But,
right.
Because I want to go to the Tampa RV show if it happens. So
we got people that's going to be at Tampa as well. I would love to go there. I'd just love to go see all the RVs. They say there's more RVs there in a square foot than there are anywhere. But is that the biggest RV show in the States?
It's either that one or Hershey. Hershey owns the copyright of the America's largest RV show, or whatever they call themselves. They own copyright, but I like Tampa a little better. I think it's a little the way it's laid out and organized. I get better, and you really can pretty much see every single floor plan. I mean, it's hard that you are going to be looking for a floor plan that you're not going to find at Tampa. So. And I hear the California one, the one in Pomona, is supposed to be huge too. I'm thinking of going to that one next year instead of Hershey.
I wonder how the trade shows will be with the shortage of new RVs. The used RV market is out the roof.
Yeah, it's incredible. There's waiting lists like forever, and I imagine this year Tampa is going to be bigger than ever because it's the only RV show. All the other RV shows got canceled, so Tampa is going to get the people from Hershey, which usually Hershey is the one where you get to see for the first time the new year models, since it is in September. So it's going to be Tampa this year.
Wow,
it's going to be interesting to see what.
I've been.
There's not a whole lot of new stuff at the RV shows. If you've been to a few of them in a row, it's not a whole lot of new stuff. But I really like it because I get to meet, people like you guys, other YouTubers, and the dealers, and it's also good for the business aspect of this. So it's I like going.
I guess people like Jackery and Blue Eddie is jumping into the market a lot bigger than they used to be. I noticed they've got a lot. If you go to Jackery or Blue Eddie, they've got a bigger product line now than they ever had. Is that getting to be a big market? I guess a lot of them are approaching you about different things now.
I have both. Last year, both of them approached me. I have the old Blue Eddie. I hear that there's a new one now that has the 2,000 watt inverter. I was thinking of, but I have the old one. Let me tell you, the other day when it snowed in Colorado, I was in the snow and my battery was 40%. I used the Blue Eddie to charge my RP battery, so I could, have the furnace running all night with no problem. So I like it. I like this. I like those both products.
Do you have a 2,000 Blue Eddie? Is that what I heard you say?
I have this one has the 1,000 watt inverter. This is like the old one, the one that looks like a briefcase.
Yeah,
like a very heavy briefcase. Yeah, that's the one.
So I've never used a power bank like that, but me and Tammy's looking at downsizing rigs, and we're looking at some different rigs that we may build. But I've been looking at the Blue Eddie, but the downside to the Blue Eddie is all of the outlets are on opposite sides. Like you got some on this side and some on this side, instead of all of them being on the front.
Yeah, I don't know if I think the new one has all the outlets on one side, but I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that I can see how that could be a negative thing, but. I like the fact that it's your entire power system in a box. It's if you have like a self-built fan or like Felix that has the cargo trailer. Maybe you don't want to deal with wiring and doing kind of thing, and it's your entire power system in a box. You connect a solar panel to it and it charges and. That's I like it. I like I think the first one was called the Kodiak back in the day. I never got to see one of those in person.
So there's several companies now jumping into that. That to me, and me and Tammy's been talking. I'm like you said, buy the power bank, cut out a week's worth of wiring and knowledge. Put some solar panels on the top, plug that baby in, let's go camping.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. And if you get the new Blue Eddie, the one that has the 2,000 watt inverter, you can run your microwave. So that's even better.
Yeah. Felix has an 8,000 BTU air conditioner in her cargo trailer. And I told Tammy I want a a power bank big enough to run that.
You could probably run that with 2,000 watts, right? Or even
Yeah,
less.
that's what I'm
actually.
thinking.
800 BTU. Yeah.
Blue Eddie actually has one out now that's I think 2,400.
2,400. Yeah, they keep.
Might
They
have to
keep.
take out a loan to buy it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're expensive. Yeah.
I
Back
think the
in
2,000 was $2,000. That's
Mhm.
without any discount, but I think that's how much it was.
Yeah.
Why don't you hold our
It depends on
paper?
the. I forget how many watt hours this one has. It's a huge thing.
Oh yeah.
It does look like a suitcase.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Don't drop it on your foot.
2,400 watt hours is this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I've been looking at.
Yeah,
I forgot
this one is
how much-
2,400 watt hours, which is like it's almost 2 battle burns. You know, if you look at it, the lithium battery, it's almost that capacity.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
And then,
terrible
but
for
this
that.
one, but the inverter on this one is only 1,000 watts, so it doesn't run the microwave. So bummer.
Yeah, so you
It'll
have
run
to
a
get
hair
it
dryer on low. Yeah, the new one is more like a square box. It has a 2,000 watt inverter, that's the one that I really want.
Now, Blue Eddie makes one with a 2,000 watt inverter.
That's the new one, and that one has all the plugs on the same side.
So
Oh.
when I get my rig I'm going to build, I have to contact you and see if you have an affiliate, so you can get a cut and I can get a discount.
I never got the affiliate deal. I got the free one, but I never got the affiliate deal. Maybe next time I'll talk to them.
Yeah.
I've had some pretty good deals, and I've had some deals I wasn't so proud of.
Mhm.
So, have you ever
Yeah.
had a deal, and you don't have to name who it is? Is there a deal out there you wished you could get?
Yeah, and no, I think, of course, yeah. There's always something else that you want, but
Would
but I'm
you?
good. I'm
Would
good
you?
for now. This is the thing. I don't want to become like a driving billboard on the street. I don't want to have
Right.
5 or 6 stickers for 5 different battery companies and that kind of thing. I'm already enough that with Winnebago, and they were nice enough to upgrade. Give me all the upgrades that I asked for. So, yeah, right now I kind of have everything I need. But if a great deal came through, of course I would say yes.
Yes.
Like something amazing.
I need to thank Texas Family Camping
Yeah.
for the super chat. Also, they said to tell you that they really enjoyed your videos that you done on your cameras and
Right.
your microphones and your editing software. So
That's
that
the video that I
Texas
watched on
Family
Sunday.
Camping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Texas Family Camping. They
Yeah,
want
they
to know if I
really
want to
do.
sing, if I'm gonna sing tonight. Too.
Yes.
Somebody heard you
Yeah.
sing before.
Mhm.
Sing the super chat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Super chat. That's
That's what he does on his live. So.
Yeah.
So would you? I know you're. To me, I'm just a small time guy. It blows me away that somebody wants to do something for our channel. I mean, like whatever it is, a microphone or whatever.
Yeah.
Did the deal with Winnebago? Did that just like floor you? Even as big a channel as you are, did you like? Are you talking to me? Was it that kind of moment, or were you expecting that?
We were talking, for about a year before all this happened. I asked, I'm like, you guys, interested in doing some kind of sponsorship with me,
Yeah.
as I was getting known, and eventually they came through.
Well,
And
everybody knew you.
I mean, I was ecstatic that it happened. I mean, I was ecstatic that it happened, and I still sometimes don't believe myself that I have 150,000 subs or almost. So it's really so sometimes it doesn't sink in, not quite yet.
I can't imagine. Me and my wife are mission pastors, and we travel the world giving. Like we build churches, dig drinking wells, and we're givers. So for us to receive, that was a new thing for us. We're not used to people doing good.
Mhm.
We're used to people doing good for us, but not giving us $100 microphones or 200 whatever, $200
Mhm.
cheers and stuff like that. We weren't used to that. That was hard to get used to.
Yeah, because they start realizing that, and that's one of the things that's to me still, you sometimes you don't realize because because it's online, you don't realize in reality how many people you are really reaching, and these companies of course realize that, because sometimes I'm doing that chat on Fridays and I have 700 people. That's like a small theater, man. And
I know.
when I put it in the sense of, when I was a musician, I never sang in front of so many people. Probably not. So, and when you put it in those perspectives, it's very humbling. It's very difficult to comprehend because you don't see the crowd of people, and going back to the point, eventually companies realize that, and that that's what they call now influencers, because we influence people with our buying decisions. So I also have to be careful what I say yes and what I say no to. So sometimes I could say yes to something that at the beginning it was different. At the beginning, they would send me all kinds of like little flashlights and stuff, and I would show everything. There was even this company that used to send me snacks, and I had like since I didn't have much content back then, there was these boxes of snacks. And I still have
I've had a pork skin sponsor for a while.
people used to watch me eat snacks for 10 minutes every week. I'm like, yeah, well, that's cool.
Guilty. I'm guilty. See, even the big timers used to do it, guys. Y'all laughed at me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now you have to be a little more choosy. Not that you're picky, it's just you have to pick and choose.
Exactly. It's in a sense, yeah. That's the way.
Well, and two, you also got to watch who you're like. Winnebago is your big sponsor, so you got to be respectful to them as who you pick. Like these little things you get need to be respectful to Winnebago.
They haven't really set any rules or barriers when it comes to that, but of course, if they gave me a lithium battery of a certain brand, I'm not going to advertise the complete brand. If they if they gave me a King booster, I'm not going to advertise WeBoost. That would be unethical. But other than that, they never told me not to sell shaving cream or anything like that. So that's.
Yeah,
well, Gary don't use shaving cream.
That Harris commercial that I do every other month.
I didn't get that. What?
Jerry saying you didn't use shaving cream.
I said Gary don't use shaving cream, so we don't have to do any shaving cream advertisements.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
So you had another question in the chat. Linda Barker wanted to know if you are interested in the Blackstone griddle, and have you tried one yet?
I've heard about it. Yes, I've seen people use it. People love it. So email them. Tell them that I'm willing to try it.
Exactly. That's the way to go.
Now, I don't want you getting the deal because I've been trying to get the deal.
All right, so you get the deal. You get the deal.
You've been working on that
They
for
don't
a
even
year.
know who I am. They don't even know who I am. I will say that this year alone, I have probably sold 10 Blackstone grills.
At least.
Oh, really?
At least, if not more. I bragged on mine. And
No,
like you said earlier, you don't realize the reach you have. Changing Lanes done a review on a Blackstone grill. I bought one. I've sold 10 or more in my stream. You see what I'm saying? The domino effect.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. Yeah, yeah. And is that the one that Loloho also showed? No, that's not the one that has the wood pellets
It's the one
inside.
that
No, this is
keep
the
your daydream
Blackstone is
lost
the
out of the side of their rig.
that's keep your that's the one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember when Keep Your Daydream lost theirs out the side of their fifth wheel?
I don't.
I don't think I saw that one. No, they
Yeah, I
what
think their
happened? They
side
lost.
door came open and they ran over something. And when they got to their campground, they realized what they ran over. They ran over their new Blackstone. It fell out of the side compartment.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. So I love my
Yeah,
Blackstone. If you've got a Blackstone, you throw out all the pots and pans in your cabinet. You don't need anything else. You can cook a
do
whole
everything.
meal.
Yeah, that's the one that you can cook the egg on one side and then the bacon on the other. And yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jerry Holly
the thing
do I?
the bad thing about having a small rig is that you don't have a whole lot of room to put so many toys, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get rid of my Weber and the Blackstone.
Yeah, get rid of that old thing. Get your Blackstone. So Boondocking with Boomer is asking, are you going to carry the Meanie Weenie to Alaska? That was the plan. Are you still going? If they open
if they open up the border next summer. I mean, I don't know, it's not a 4-season rig, of course. I would go to Alaska winter, but yeah, that was the plan. And I wanted to put since this one has like the off-road tires and all that stuff, I wanted to put it like through the place. I want to do the Dalton Highway and maybe even the Dempster Highway, do some other dirt roads, get out there in Alaska. But and yeah, this year that didn't happen, of course. But still, next year I want to do it with this one or the next one or probably this one. I mean, I'm putting some serious. I put some serious miles on that truck, so I don't know if I want to take the truck. 90,000 miles by then probably has. I don't know.
When you're on the road, Robert, how long are you out there during like the year? Are you like 6 months or longer? Or
it's about probably 5 to 6 months. Last year I was 2.5 months in the winter, and then last year was 2019 was almost 6 months on the road on two separate road trips, and then this year I'm by almost 2 months. It's gonna be on Thursday. It's gonna be 2 months that I left. I'm kind of ready to go back. I'm at some point. I want to go back to home base, and it's easier to compose music when you have like room to spread. And more comfortable too. But
the setup you got now.
I have my piano there. I have my keyboard. If I really wanted to compose music, I have my keyboard there, but I haven't pulled it out. It's just too much trouble.
So the deal you got now, so you could just park your Winnebago at Winnebago, fly home for a week, come fly back, and then resume your trip.
Yeah, I froze. I'm surprised. I'm surprised this internet is working at all. But anyway, what you were saying?
I said, with the deal you got now, you could park your Winnebago at Winnebago, fly home, and spend a few days with the wife, fly back to Indiana, and resume your trip.
I was thinking about it. I thought about it, but I don't feel like flying. when you have when you travel with your home, you don't really want to be packing your bag and flying. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but
Yeah.
the way I like to travel nowadays, if there's a road that will take me there, I'm driving. I'm waiting for the bridge to Hawaii someday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Me too. Me too. We've had several people kind of ask basically this same question. They're all kind of curious how much time you spend on YouTube watching other channels, and how do you manage that, watching subscriptions, the people you like to watch. How do you do that? Because a lot of us have a lot of subscriptions and we try to watch everybody, but I'm sure that's pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And I don't watch as much as I would like to anymore. When I had my 9 to 5, my job, YouTube was on 24/7. Yes, sometimes watching, sometimes just listening to people. Like the the classics, Nomadic Fanatic, Caroline, the two Carolines, and back then, I'm talking about the beginning, Adventure Van Man, Living Free Mikey, those people, and now I still watch KYD from time to time. I watch less junk for more journey from time to time. I still watch Nomadic Fanatic just because it's that at this point is like sometimes I listen to it. I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those. It's a habit. It's pretty much a habit.
Yeah.
And I'm once in a while I'm looking for the people. I actually recently that's when I discovered Changing Lanes, and when they did the Sturgis rally last year, and I try to stay up to date with some of the channels, but it's impossible. Like you say, it's impossible. And some people that I haven't watched in years. So sometimes I just watch Camo Dave just to see, he's like the National Enquirer.
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have time to watch YouTube. Let's see what Camo Dave.
That's funny.
You better get that adult beverage before you get to the TV.
Yeah.
Call him the TMZ of YouTube.
Then another question that kind of goes along sort of with that is, what future plans do you have specifically for your YouTube channel?
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing for the most part. I mean, I think it's going pretty well, but at some point, how many times can you show Yellowstone, Yosemite, or like the marquee places that everybody wants to see? Eventually, I do want to do a little bit of international at some point. I want to do specifically the two that I want to do the most is Europe, maybe a month in Europe, and maybe do a month in South America.
Oh yeah.
And wait, rewind. Before those two, I want to do Australia. I want to do a month in Australia.
Yeah.
Cool.
The whole. Some years back, I read a book by Bill Bryson, excellent book. That guy writes incredibly. It's called In a Sunburned Country, and he spends a couple of months in Australia just visiting all the different corners, because you have what everybody visits, which is like Sydney, Melbourne, that area. But then there's the whole west of the country that nobody goes to, Perth or Darwin or Alice Springs, and I want to, it's the size of the United States, and there's nothing in between. So it's a lot of driving, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
I guess when you've done as much as you've already done over the 10 years, did it get challenging? You're wanting to go one way, but you're like, I done been there, but I really like that, but I need to do something new. Are you starting to run into that?
I've repeated a couple of places, but not.
Oh. Missouri internet.
I know, right?
Okay, I'm back. It's this hiccups every so many minutes. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe in a
I
few
was
more
saying,
minutes.
yeah. Are we on? Are we on? Yes, we're on.
Yeah, you're
Like
good.
Arizona, for example. I was talking about I'm going to Arizona in January, and I don't know where I cut off, but that's when I'm gonna do it. And I've been to many places, but I've never been to Tucson. I haven't been to Canyon de Chelly. I haven't been to, a lot of places in between. I did the check marks. I did the Grand Canyon, Sedona, Quartzsite, a little bit of the Phoenix area, um, Page, Arizona, which is another. But there's so much in between that even if you think you've visited everything, it's a lifetime wouldn't be enough. And my mom tells me, "You're going back to Arizona?" But yeah, I haven't seen everything yet.
Right.
I went to Oregon. I did the Oregon coast, but there's still the whole state. As soon as they put out the fires, there's a whole state inland. You know,
Yeah.
and same with California. Same with I'm talking about the larger states, but even in Kansas, where I was, I just pretty much drove through. But there's a couple of things that I still would like to see. I want to do a series of all the great cities of the Midwest, where I am right now, and because I like cities too. I'm a city boy. I like camping. I like the nature, but I like Omaha is an awesome place, place. And I wanted to do that this year. Of course, COVID came, and I said, I'm gonna avoid cities. But at some point, I want to do like the great cities of the Midwest. Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, go back to Minneapolis, and that kind of thing, in places that nobody else goes to. Let's be honest. So it would be cool to
You may have to
him
buy your van, do van life, so you can do parking lot reviews.
I don't know. My thing with
stealth camping 101.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little too much of a glamper for that. I like to take a shower every morning, and I want to have a large holding tank, so I could kind of have that home feeling sort of on the road, but you never know. You never know. I might change my mind. I've done
What
it
Robert's
before.
trying to say is he's got to have a big refrigerator.
Yeah.
And a big holding tank for all the stuff he takes out of the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm with you, Robert. My idea of roughing is going from my 65-inch down to the 42. And other than that, I don't want to get much rougher than that.
Yeah, I'll do a B plus. I'll do a 25-foot B plus. But
yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if you guys saw the one that.
Huh? Do you see Traveling Robert in a motorhome doing YouTube in the future?
Yes. It might be a small motorhome to begin with, but I really like when I rented the guy lent it to me basically in Europe 2 years ago in Finland. I really liked the feel of a small motorhome, and having my house right back there. I don't have to get, if it's raining, I don't have to get out if it's cold, and just being one unit, almost using it as a daily driver. And it's almost like van life in a sense, but just a little bigger, a little more comfortable. You fit almost everywhere, and it's basically a wide body van, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, Winnebago makes a nice Super B, so maybe that'd be your next step up.
And I'm back. Oh, no. I can't predict it already. Because I don't realize when it happens, but you guys freeze. You guys freeze up my screen, and I'm like, I keep talking and talking and talking. I don't know how long I've been frozen.
That's the thing about interviewing RV channels. You have to contend with the internet, because no matter how big or little the channel is, they have internet issues.
Yep.
Yeah. But people ask me, what's the biggest challenge I've encountered while living semi long term on the road, and that's one of them. It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, no matter where you are. Like, I'm here in Kansas City. I'm close to Kansas City to the airport. I thought this place is going to have like 5 bars of LTE. There's nothing here. I'm using, yeah.
I have better luck. I go to Uganda once a year. We have a lot of mission interest in Uganda, and I have better luck FaceTiming Tammy from Uganda than I do getting internet here in the States.
Yeah. Well, what I hear, yeah, but what I hear, what they've done in Africa is that's their only internet. There's a lot of infrastructure for that. They don't have
cell phone
land
towers.
like
They don't
that.
even have landlines. They have cell phone towers.
No.
They don't have landlines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
so they
can.
really.
You're talking about in Kampala, the capital city of Uganda, is mainly dirt roads through the capital city, and I can get on my smartphone and or my laptop and FaceTime this one halfway around the world and have good connection, and we can talk and chat for hours. But if I try to talk to a Rockstar RV channel traveling Robert in Kansas City, and I'm here with high-speed broadband, and we can't even talk to each other.
Yeah, what you hear is, now I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, no. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, we're used to it. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
no big deal.
Yeah, that just makes it more fun.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. That's
real.
the real struggle on the road when you need to do something or upload a video or check the weather. Sometimes it's not as reliable. It's what it is. It is what it is. But
sorry, somebody was asking what you do use as your internet when you're traveling.
well, last year I bought that Togo device that had the unlimited AT&T, and of course AT&T cut everybody off. So on the old trailer now, I have a very expensive piece of hardware up there that it's good for nothing. Right now, what I'm using, I have an AT&T plan that I've had since it was Cellular One back in the 90s, and that's the same number. I have a good, but it's not unlimited. And what I did recently, I got it's called Yahoo Mobile. It uses the Verizon antennas, and it's $40 a month for unlimited internet. You have to have a phone, and they use the hotspot on the phone, and that's what I'm using right now. And they limit you to 5 megabits per second on the hotspot. But I'd be thrilled to have 5 megabits per second right now. Unless you're like in the middle of a big city, you never get 5 megabits per second, especially upload. So right now I'm using the crappy Tango internet from the campground. That's what.
I have a.
Yeah, but it works. It's working sort of.
Yeah.
It's working.
Sort of, yeah.
I have a Wii Boost system. It will only boost if you have a signal. You don't have
exactly. I have one too. I have one too.
Yeah.
It's right here. Well, this one is a different brand, but it's exactly the same hardware.
Exactly the same.
That's
Yeah.
what I have. Yeah, it's
Jerry
exactly the same
Holly.
hardware.
Jerry Holly came from Kansas down here to Alabama. You've been to DeSoto State Park, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
actually,
so that's about 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, that's a very nice, beautiful park.
Yeah, the internet is terrible, so you'll remember that about it.
I do remember that. Yes.
So Jerry Holly came down a few weeks ago, and my Wii Boost barely would get us enough signal to do a live. We were like you; we were hit and miss.
Oh, he froze. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes.
And I'm back. After the sort of.
So I was telling everybody about the rock. Do you remember the rock at DeSoto State Park that you had to go around the real sharp curve? There was a big monster rock right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was warning all these yahoos about that rock. Me and Jerry Holly, when he was down here, me and him and Tammy seen a Class A scrape the side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because that's the one you go down. It's kind of a blur right now. I've been to so many places on this trip, and I'm gonna edit that video next week, so I'll remember more clearly how it was. But, yeah.
But anyway, there's a big rock right there, and I've been telling everybody about it. And I thought if you'd been there, I knew you had seen it. So,
Right.
but yeah, that WeBoost system, if we had not had it when Jerry Holly come down, we would have had 0. We had 1 bar, but not enough to get on, and it boosted it just enough to do a live stream.
Yeah. No, if there's a signal, if there's a faint signal and there's some throughput, it will make it work. I totally agree. The WeBoost and the King Boost both are good. I like them. Yeah, and, but it didn't work here. It didn't work here.
Welcome to Missouri. Welcome to Missouri.
You gotta have a signal. Can't boost something.
This is like an RV, kind of like an RV resorty place. It's not like I know national parks and state parks, they go out of their way not to have internet. It's like the AT&T comes to put an antenna. Oh, no, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because all of them. Have you been to Yellowstone? It's like blackout completely out there.
Yeah.
That blows me away. I don't understand that either, because especially the big, like you guys, the bigger YouTube channel, y'all show the video content that draws people to want to go there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would want.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess they want you to commune with nature and not be checking your Instagram. I don't know what's the deal.
They can make the towers look like trees now. They do it in Florida. They got cell phone towers now. It looks like a tree.
I've seen some of those in North Carolina too. They look like little pine. Yeah, they're making
That's
them
a
look
funny
like
looking tree. But they look like trees.
Yeah.
So traveling, Robert said a while ago he had to go get him an adult beverage. I said, how long is that going to be? He says, as long as it takes me to reach across there and get it. I was telling my wife about you.
Says, whoop, I'm back.
It's like right here. This is the whole. This is you're looking at half of the trailer. The other half is my bed on the other side. That's
so
it.
I noticed when you were going over the new rig, I love the things they've changed about it. Now, when they lifted it, is that going to be a standard feature or is that optional?
It is standard. It's actually it's a lift kit that you can lower it if you would like to. So I guess it's an option to have it as high as this one is or slow, but it's standard. This is part of the Explorer patch, I call it, and I know I think for next year they're changing the axle, so the GVRW is going to be a little less than this one, but they're still keeping the all-terrain tires and all that. I guess that they're trying to appeal to a younger audience. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but all the micro minis they're kind of making them kind of off-roady in that sense.
You're gonna have to get on the
Traveling
Robert one, a traveling Robert edition, so you can sell it.
Yeah.
Hey, Airstream has told me Bahamas, so I don't see why they don't.
That's right.
Like a little shot glass on the side of the rig.
I don't know. We'd be cool.
So, Robert drinks Cuban coffee out of a shot glass. I was telling my wife about your coffee.
Yeah, I make it. Just see, I don't even have to reach too far. I make it here.
Yeah.
And this is 2 shots. This is two of this full. So I'll have two shots. One like a half an hour apart, and then I'm wired.
That's how he gets all those videos edited.
Yeah.
That's why you can see all those fast forward sections. That wasn't intentional. That just came about.
and I'm back.
Yeah.
You should do like a you should do like a commercial break. We should time it
Yeah.
when I'm about to go off. Like a quick commercial break, and we're back.
I'm gonna have to start inserting an ad there so I can get paid for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you should do that.
So, of all the places you've traveled, now this question comes from a short fat guy. So, all the places you traveled, what's your favorite eating establishment in this country?
Oh man, I always get that one, and I've been to some awesome places. What's the name of that place that they throw the bread at you? That was pretty cool.
Lambert's, yours.
Yeah,
Love Lambert.
it's yeah, they give you a lot of food.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, they do.
No, there are many places, I recently went to this restaurant in St. Augustine, Florida. It's called the Floridian. Amazing. It's like a southern fusion. I don't know what they put on the food, but the taste it was one of the best things I've ever
Is that
had.
the place? Is that the place that was upstairs, or is that where y'all got the drinks? Y'all got the
No.
drinks upstairs, and went to eat, didn't you?
No, yeah, no, that's the first one, the one that was downstairs. That I got the mojito in the car. The mojito wasn't all that great. It was more like a lemonade. The food was good, and I had a lobster roll once in California. Where was it? In Half Moon Bay. I had a lobster roll. I forgot the name of the place. That thing was amazing too. Different parts of the country. I like the pasty in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, but sometimes it's little simple things like that.
So, if we come to Florida, where's the best place to get fried shrimp?
I don't know. It's let me think. Let me think about this one. Actually, I
I
think some of the
love
best
fried.
fried shrimp I had was in Fairhope, Alabama, but
Bear Hope,
that was more
Alabama.
like grilled.
That's not far.
Hmm. I don't know. I can't think of a good place for fried shrimp right now.
The best
To
I've
be
ever
honest.
had was in Savannah, Georgia. To me,
Hmm.
in my
Yeah.
lifetime, that's the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good
Yeah,
shrimp in Savannah.
yeah. I guess any of these coastal places where they do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
We
catch
went
it and
to
they
a.
bring it. I
We
know that the
stayed at a
Florida
bed and
Panhandle is famous for that too.
We stayed at a bed and breakfast downtown old Savannah, down near I don't even know what that street's called. It's a big
River
flea market.
Street. There's River Street. That's the one right by the river, and then there's
The one where the flea market's downtown, or that runs up and down. Then there's restaurants all alongside of the flea market.
You're there by Paula Dean's restaurant there in Savannah,
No,
or over.
I
Can't
take
think
that back. That wasn't Savannah. That was Charleston. That
Yeah.
was Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston. You're thinking the market.
Yeah, Charleston's what I meant to say. I said Savannah, but I meant to say Charleston. The flea market. We lost him again.
Hold my beer.
we-
Hold my beer. I'm back.
Hold my beer. Watch this.
Now you got Nettie to want something now. Nettie's rig is so big she had to pause her camera so she could get up and go to it.
Be about 5 minutes before she's back.
We could park Traveling Roberts in Nettie's living room. She probably heard it. I'll probably catch it for that.
Yeah.
So you're going to do the Winnebago thing, and you said you're going to be at Tampa.
I'm gonna be there on Monday for Winnebago, and I already spoke to the guy at the Tampa RV show. I'm gonna probably be there for the whole week, from like Tuesday through or Wednesday through Sunday, and yeah, dude.
So will you be representing Winnebago, or will you be representing your show at Tampa?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna ask him on Monday. I haven't thought about that because I know they have also like a space where they they have the other, and they sometimes the other ambassadors, they they do stuff for them at the RV show, like meets and greets and stuff like that. I don't know how this RV show is going to be with the current situation, but that's a good question to ask Winnebago next week. Actually, I have no idea.
So you're going to have to get you some Winnebago gear. See, I'm wearing all my sponsor gear today because I knew I was going to have a rock star on here. So I was wearing all my sponsor gear. I didn't see any Winnebago on your shirt.
I do have a hat somewhere.
I'm going to have to teach you how to be a ambassador.
I have a red one. I have a red Winnebago hat somewhere, but sometimes when the rig is smaller, it's harder to find stuff because everything is like on top of each other, like in all different nooks and crannies. I know I have a Winnebago hat somewhere.
You stuck to the hole you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
Are you accidentally
I know where it is. It's in a box down there, but yeah.
Actually, it's probably under the seat.
I don't wear it much because it's red, and from far away, it looks like like a MAGA hat, and so, in some places you don't want to be wearing a MAGA hat. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
from far, it kind of looks like that.
Well, where he's at.
Yep. Yeah, that might not be good in some places. That's for sure.
You could probably wear it. You could probably wear it.
I don't want to make it controversial.
Yeah. You just got this Winnebago deal. You'd like to keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
So, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to ask you about the trailer. My mind just went blank.
yeah,
So you did get solar put on the trailer, right?
yes. The one of the few things, when we started talking about me becoming the ambassador and then giving me the RV, I told me that I told him these are all the things that I've done to my trailer already. I want solar at least 200 watts because that's all that fits up there, and I want a better battery, and I want an inverter, and and a Truma AquaGo water heater. I wanted, once you try that Truma tankless water heater, it's hard to go back to anything else. I don't know if you guys have and they put 200 watts on the roof. That the nice the ones that are the flexible ones, which are really cool because I can walk on them, and they gave me one lithium battery, which is sometimes it's not enough. That's why I have the Blue 80 here with me. But did you guys freeze? No, you guys are moving. Okay.
No, we're moving.
Well, I'll just stop here in a minute just to see if you'll fall for it.
And they got me that inverter. The inverter is really cool. It even has an app, that you can monitor whatever your battery is doing. This is really cool. I'm a technology geek, and I like having things like that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So they got to take care of their new ambassador. So
yeah. Those were the things I told.
Uh-oh.
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 5, 4,
Wait for it.
3,
Wait for it.
2, 1, action. There we go.
Yeah. All 5 of you were like, 4 of you. Okay. This is going to be a fun one to watch after the fact.
your wife's at home right now, probably laughing.
Yeah, probably. Oh, man. What did I was at the I wasn't looking at the chat. Anyway. Uh-oh.
So 10 years. How many more years you got? You want to do YouTube?
At least 20.
At least 20?
Yeah, I'm almost 50. I want to do it until I'm 70 at least.
Don't tell me you're
so-
almost 50.
Yeah,
That makes
I'm
me the
40,
oldest one in the room besides Nettie.
No.
um, so as long as I can climb on the roof and change the battery on the GoPro and do things like that, as long as I can do it, I might slow down, like everybody, but yeah, I don't intend on retiring ever.
Yeah. My
As long
daddy
as there's people watching,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're still growing. I mean, my Lord, you grow 1,000 a week, seems like.
a little more actually. We live on
Yeah.
6,000 a month. That's been like the average since I did a big jump right after Tampa RV show. I think when Mike Wendland interviewed me for his podcast and his channel, I did a big jump there, and it's been going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ought to jump at least a couple thousand after tonight.
Or a couple.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
I'm going to guarantee at least 2, maybe 3.
So is there any YouTube channel that you haven't met that you would really like to meet?
Oh, plenty of them. In fact, I haven't met that many. Like I've met many, but out of the real big ones, I would really like to meet Loloho. They seem like such a cool couple, and because there's a little bit of a fan factor. Way before I was on YouTube or doing this, I read their book. I'm talking about probably over 10 years ago.
Oh.
They wrote a book, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's one of the ones that I would love to meet. Who else? There's a bunch of them. There's the I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think now. Changing lanes. I would like to meet him too.
They're really
I'm
cool.
trying
I
to
like
think.
Kate.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank of all the. But yeah, there's a bunch of them.
I used to watch your channel a lot. Changing Lanes, KYD.
KYD too. I would love to meet him too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. They've started mixing theirs up and changing rigs.
Yeah, I know. Every year they have a new rig now, and KYD is one of the ones that I started watching from when they were like season 1. They had probably 10,000 subs or something like that, and now
Where
they're the
they
biggest
at
one.
now? They got several 100,000.
Yeah, I think that they're like the biggest by far right now.
Yeah, they've
Because
grown.
the winds. I used to watch the winds too. The winds now are sailors. So
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
the winds.
Yeah.
That's I'm talking early days here.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of the older channels that I used to watch when I was watching a lot of YouTube that perhaps I'd like to meet. I met Bob Wells in Quartzsite, and every time I go to Quartzsite or the Tampa RV show, I meet a bunch of YouTubers. So that's always.
But now you're one of the rock stars. They'll come around to meet a rock star. They don't come out making peons or nothing.
I tell you that's something
they're like,
that
there's Traveling Robert.
Yeah.
I'm
They
available
don't
for
say
lunch
there's
tomorrow.
Daydream over there. They're like, somebody get that guy out of the way. There's Traveling Robert.
No, they say there's that Yahoo in the corner.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy who sits in his closet?
Yeah. So all of you guys are going to Quartzsite this winter or no?
I am.
No, not me.
I'm
No, it's you.
iffy. I don't know yet.
Depends on what the weather's like in Kansas.
Yeah, kind of here too. So
Yeah.
So Jerry's in Kansas and Felix is in St. Louis, right?
no.
No. Oh
I'm
my
down
God.
I'm down by Sedalia.
Do what now?
Sedalia,
Down by
Missouri.
Sedalia.
Okay.
She's only about 2 hours from me.
Yeah.
Nettie's from the Longhorn State,
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
and I'm as
All right,
northeast
Texas.
Alabama as you get. DeSoto State Park's about 20 minutes from me.
He's so far north in Alabama, the hurricane's not even going to bother him.
2, 1, and we're back. Yes. So you're close to the Soto, of course. Yeah, Northeast Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in Northeast as you get. If you go to Nashville, which I think I heard you say you're going to be going to Nashville, when you go through Chattanooga and get on 24, if you would turn left and get on 59, you'd come right to me.
Yeah, that part of 24 that it dips into Georgia and back into Tennessee, and it goes like,
Yep.
like one of those.
Georgia, Tennessee, Georgia.
But yeah, 2 months ago, I went to the point where the 3 states meet. You know, the Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia.
Yep,
Yeah.
there's a place in Rock City to do that.
Yeah, but this is the place. They have a like a marker on the floor, you know, with the state line. You have to hike like a quarter mile. It's right there by the Tennessee River, and that was cool. It's a beautiful area. I flew the drone. It was nice.
I got to go to the equator last year in Uganda. That was cool.
Oh, the equator, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another place that I would love to visit. Maybe not in Uganda, but in Quito, Ecuador. You know, in Ecuador, I'd probably go to Ecuador before Uganda. But
yeah,
when I do my Vine Life road trip on the Pan American Highway all the way to Ushuaia, Argentina, in South America.
There you go.
Someday one can only dream, right?
Right.
That'll be YouTube gold right there. YouTube gold.
Mm-hmm. Someday, maybe in 2 or 3 years, who knows?
What I want to see is traveling Robert with his camera trying to get through international customs through the airport with all the new custom features.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll take a boat.
Yeah.
But, I don't have that many cameras. You know, I've made it a point to look like a tourist. You know, I don't have none of this like large camera. I film with a camcorder. You know, and the drone is the one. When I went to Finland, everybody had to open the drone. Oh, what do you have here? Okay, the drone. Okay, that's the only thing that caused me a little bit of trouble, but not trouble, but an extra step that they wanted to take it out of the bag and see what it was.
Yeah. Well, I sure do appreciate you being on our little bitty channel. We've had a blast.
Yeah, this was fun.
No, thank you. I had a good time too, man. I appreciate you invited me.
Well, I know about everybody.
Felix invited me.
So it was cool to get to talk to you one-on-one and get to know you a little bit better. And we've really enjoyed your videos over the years. A lot of us have. And so keep doing what you're doing, and maybe you'll get bigger and bigger deals.
Yes, I'm not stopping anytime soon. So yeah. And,
well, we wish you the best. We hope you get a bunch of deals. We think it's great that you do. And
thank you.
And hope to see you on the road. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Especially when we can do meetups again and that kind of thing. It's gonna be it's great to meet you guys in the group.
And we can actually shake hands and not have to elbow bump.
Yeah, that elbow thing. Yeah.
And we don't have to say now we're back because you can actually see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Next time we do this, I'll probably do it from my home base, you know, and we'll have no problem.
Right.
Absolutely. I know we'd love to have you back sometime.
I think you froze again.
All right.
There he is.
It makes for good YouTube.
Yes, it does.
I'm sure people having a blast on the chat.
We would really love to have you back on the show again. So
we'll try to get you back one day.
I would love to be back. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll let you go. We know that you got probably a lot of editing to do, and we don't want to keep you all night. So
tonight I probably won't get. I'm not gonna be very productive tonight, but tomorrow I have to take the truck for an oil change, and then I'll spend the afternoon finishing Sunday's video. It's gonna be good.
There you go.
Providence
Well,
Canyon
yeah.
State Park in Georgia, the Little Grand Canyon of Georgia. That's the one that I'm editing.
Mhm.
So, Sue from Lucky Dog Productions want you to sing us out of here.
Oh, all right. I forgot my guitar in Miami, but I'll do it a cappella if you don't mind. And the way I end my live streams is usually I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
There you go.
Wow.
I like
All right. Good night, everybody.
Hi.
Good
it.
night, Robert.
We'll
Thank you,
see
sir.
you. Appreciate it. Wow,
Wow.
that was awesome.
He is a great guy.
That
Yeah,
was
he is.
awesome.
Awesome. He
Oh
is.
man, I can't believe that.
It's funny.
Yeah. And you can tell he's real. He's real.
Oh
too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Love
sure.
that about it.
man, that was
Yeah.
amazing. I can't believe that. We just had Traveling Robert on our show. We got 7 minutes. We got to raid Johnny's journey, but wow, I'm
And he's
sweating.
coming
I'm
back.
so do what?
And he's coming back.
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
wants
we'll definitely have to get him back on here.
That'll be
Definitely.
awesome. So I think January is slow time for YouTube, so we may have to get him back in January when he's a little slower.
He'll be
Man,
at
that's
courtside.
good. I think we had 60 in here at one time.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I saw like 62 maybe. I can't remember now, but something like that. There is like a weird issue with Android phones right now on YouTube. They just blink constantly on the live streams. Mine was doing it, Jesse's was doing it, and then I know Susan with New Horizons had said yesterday or day before that hers was doing it. And Nursing Our Travel Bug, I think it was this morning, said his was doing it. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but that may have kept a little bit of the audience down, because if they're watching from their phone, I mean, it was horrible. It's just like blink, 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 blink.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
I was-
bad.
Oh.
So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm really hoping YouTube fixes it soon, because it was driving me nuts, and all I was doing was using it to watch the chat, but
Well,
I could see
Me
it.
and Mike is doing it too. He's what must be
Doing
watching on his.
Wow.
Mhm.
Say, isn't that weird? I
Yeah.
don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
just like when we were having the issues on the Apple phone where it
Yeah.
kept kicking me black.
Now it's on Android, so I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, I just wonder if that kept our numbers down a little bit, because see, and then Susan's is blinking too. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but
Well, you know, we went through an issue a few weeks ago that iPhones was having issues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what?
But I think it was still a good show, even considering that may have been a little bit of a problem for some people tonight. But see, everybody's. I thought it was just mine. No, it's the phone.
I know.
I don't know what it is, but
Linda R said she's been having problems for days.
yeah.
So wow. So man, that's awesome. Don't forget the 24th, we've actually got a channel with nearly 500,000 subscribers going to be with us September the 24th. It'll be 12:30 to 2:30 Eastern. So we won't be having our early morning show. We're going to move it to 12:30 to 2:30 Eastern. So it'll be a lunchtime show on that day. We'll probably name who it is the day before, just to protect them in case something happens and something comes up and they can't be on the show. It won't look bad on them, because
Yeah,
that
I'll
was
try
the
to get
disclaimer of them being
confirmation.
on the show.
I'll try to get confirmation a couple of days ahead of time, and hopefully, they'll know for sure that they can definitely make it, so we can know if we can put it out there to everybody.
Yeah, so we'll try to make that announcement the 23rd. So stay tuned for that, but that will be our September 24th show. Also, we're working on a couple more mega channels. we are actually, I say we, Felix is working on maybe a real legit superstar TV star, maybe after the first of the year. So she ain't got Stevie Nicks yet, so I'm a little disappointed. I hadn't cut her pay yet, but she is,
You know what? If I ever did get Stevie Nicks, I don't think I would tell you. I would just secretly
do your
send
own
her
show,
a link and have her pop in and surprise you.
Oh man,
she's never up early enough in the morning to do the morning show, and then she's probably doing other stuff at late time shows. So
yeah, we'll tell her we're booked for the late night, so we won't be able to book her for
He does contact me. Well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put you off to like December, but
let me just say, I
let's see
don't.
if we can.
I would slide somebody off.
Right.
No.
I love traveling Robert, but Stevie Nicks is
Right.
I think traveling Robert
he would
would come on
probably understand though, really. He'd probably be like, oh yeah.
I think
You
traveling
might want to be
Robert
straight
come
too.
on with me. I might we'd dump Jerry Holly that day and put traveling Robert in there.
I would just be a bad memory is all I'd be that day.
You notice I didn't say Nettie or Felix, Jerry.
Yeah, I know, because you want to live.
We got 2 minutes and we're gonna raid Johnny's Journey. Let's just go ahead and raid them. I'm soaking wet, guys. I was so nervous interviewing. I put on my K9 shirt because I thought, it's not every day you get a super channel, and so I better represent. And I am soaking wet.
You need to get some air conditioning vents in that closet.
Okay, well, there's the link. It's in.
Do what?
The link is in. Raid
Right.
Johnny's Journey.
Yeah.
All right. Go raid Johnny's Journey, guys. In the morning, who we got in the morning?
The Adventures of Fox and Miles.
So that's who we'll have in the morning. I don't know that channel, so I got to do some homework.
You need to. They're an awesome channel. She sings. She's on Spotify. She writes books. She does art. She's quite talented, and she RVs with her husband. So
Sound like a winner there. Winner, chicken dinner.
Yep.
That's who's going to be on in the morning.
Yep.
See y'all in the morning. Love you guys. Go raid Johnny's Journey.
Tell
And
Tammy I'm looking for my apple crisp and I can't find it.
RV Weekends want to know what you're looking at all ago.
I'm trying to find my apple crisp here and I can't find it.
Oh, Lord. See you guys. Love you. Thanks for everybody
Bye.
for coming.
I'm a little off and I can't stop. I'm a little lost and I've had enough. Every step and every tear, every heartbeat, the restless in my bones and in my feet. Now the day is dawning. There ain't no pain can ever make me stay. Yeah, you know it's true. There ain't no rain can wash it all away. It's been hardened into stone. There ain't no place can ever make me feel that the space that you